The reviews were brutal. The critics weren't kind. And yet, The Old Guard 2 has done something that many underperforming sequels only dream of. It captured the attention of Netflix's massive global audience. So does that mean The Old Guard 3 is still alive? Let's break down why the odds aren't as grim as you might think. Despite Rotten Tomatoes, the viewership tells a different story. Released on July 2, 2025, The Old Guard 2 opened to some truly harsh feedback. Its Rotten Tomatoes score? A painfully low 24%. Major outlets like Empire didn't hold back either, calling it a convoluted, sequel-baiting mess. But here's where the story flips. In just its first week, the film rocketed to #1 on Netflix's global top 10 movies chart. Between June 30th and July 6th, it clocked a whopping 37.5 million views and 66.8 million hours watched. Those are not numbers you can easily dismiss, especially not in a streaming era where viewership often trumps critical acclaim. And that's not unprecedented for Netflix. Just look at the Kissing Booth series, a trilogy that never won over critics but consistently dominated viewership metrics. It's a reminder that for the streamer, numbers often speak louder than reviews. Unlike standalone titles that wrap up neatly, The Old Guard 2 ends with a cliffhanger that all but begs for continuation. The plot clearly has more ground to cover, and that alone creates demand, especially among fans who've invested in these immortal warriors. Charlize Theron, who plays the immortal Andromache Andy and also produces the franchise, recently spoke to Variety. Her response? Cautious optimism? "We're going to take a break, take a little breather, and then we'll come back and decide," she said. "That's not a no, that's a maybe after we recharge." And while director Victoria Mahoney confirmed she won't return to helm a potential third film, her words were anything but bitter. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, she expressed hope that the third one has a ball and kicks ass. Clearly, the team isn't ruling anything out. So will Netflix pull the trigger on Part 3? It's too early to say for sure. But in Netflix's world, raw viewership can often outweigh critical disapproval. And The Old Guard 2 didn't just survive, it thrived in terms of attention. The decision may ultimately rest on long-term engagement, rewatches, and how well the franchise performs across international markets. But based on its streaming success and an open-ended narrative, The Old Guard 3 remains a very real possibility. So what do you think? Would you want to see The Old Guard 3? Was the sequel better than the critics say, or did the franchise already reach its peak? Should Netflix prioritize critic scores or listen to its viewers? Drop your thoughts below.